I think that everything that we can do, and anything we can do, to get spiritual and moral and social and cultural development at the heart of the curriculum is really worth backing. And I think this is a fantastic toolkit. I think it's fantastic to have this quality mark. So to benchmark this whole area of educational development, I think this is central. I don't think it's one of those nice to adds. I think unless we give this kind of education to every young person in our country and in our world, actually, we're lost. I think that SMSC development for young people is so vital because it's the core of what it means to be a person. Everything else is added on. I was looking at watching a group of young people in an Oasis school just last week, lots of them out in the playground, and I saw groups of lads and groups of girls stood around talking to one another, 11-year-olds and 13-year-olds and 15-year-olds. And I was thinking, in 20 years' time, will they have cause to give thanks, to rejoice that they were ever part of an Oasis school? Now, some of them will go on to do extraordinary things at university and rise to great positions of leadership in society, but every single one of them needs to bring their best into their family life and into their community life and build friendships and relationships that last for life. So I was wondering, in 20 or 30 years' time, what would they say about the education that we bring them? And has it equipped them for the whole of life? And it's this stuff that does that. It's really good to measure. And we measure what we can. You know, one of those things is, you know, we can't measure what we want to measure, so we measure other things, and then we come to be controlled by those measurements. The things we measure come to control us. I think that this quality mark, this kite mark, is excellent because perhaps for one of the first times, it actually pushes me. Instead of thinking, hey, we do this stuff, you know, we know how this works, it actually sets out a bit of a curriculum for me. It sets some benchmarks for me and for our schools, and it asks us a big question. How do we measure ourselves against what's happening elsewhere around the country? So this is wholly good. 3 words, that was 2. I think that I can't do. Do you know what? All I can say, I think this is a very great step.